Hi, it's Alwyn from Alwyns Photo School. This is a short film to accompany our Lightroom Classic course, our course part 1. We're talking about the new additions to Lightroom, which has been quite recent, that have added AI removal to some of their removal controls. In the past, if you want to remove things with Lightroom, it's really good for small areas because it heals around, and it also, or it can clone from another area and put it across there, but it's quite tricky when it comes to larger areas. In this case, in this photograph, I want to move these people to the right hand side of the bird. Now please note I've blacked out their faces because obviously they're not want to be recognised. We're going to remove those. Now to do that, we go to our remove tool, which is just up here. We click generative AI removal. Now I've set the brush quite large so I can actually pick quite a large area, and it's always worthwhile going a fraction over what you need to remove. So I'm going to pick out that area there, and what Lightroom should do, once I say, oh, it's really complex, you click remove, it should pick out the area and also generate an image to go behind it. So when the things are removed, we should be able to almost invisibly replace what was there. In fact, it's actually replaced with a pathway where in fact there should be a small stand, which to me is wonderful. We can crop that part out to make it tight if you want to, but the key thing is we've removed that part of the photograph. I'll show you an extreme example of this. We're going to take another image. This is from our new Sovereign Hill class. I'm going to remove that candle. Now you can see behind it we have writing, and that's where it can get a teeny bit undone, but we'll go to same concept as before, remove generative AI. I've left the brush at the same size, so I'm just going to pick out the candle and gently go around the edges, try not to cover the writing if I can. There, and let's see what happens this time. Remove. And again, as before, it should remove the candle totally for the photograph, replace behind it, which is done. And you can see that the writing looks a bit weird in the bottom part. That's the only downside to it. But, you know, there's minor problems when you actually think we've removed a huge middle center part of the photograph totally. The other thing which they've added, which is really useful for this type of photograph, this again is from our Sovereign Hill class, and we've got people in the photograph which I don't really want in there. So what we do this time, rather than using generative AI and picking them out individually, which could take a while, we click remove people. Lightroom has shot through at high speed. It's picked out all the people in the photograph. If I then click remove, it removes them totally. Now if I make that bigger, you can just see where the person on the right hand side was, but other than that, it's an almost total removal. It's really useful and really fast. Thank you for listening.